Hello everyone. So today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2017 Toyota CHR, and today's review is taking place at Kelly's Toyota, situated in Letterkenny, County Donegal. For all contact information regarding this dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I explain how all the features work, also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take the car on a detailed test drive. So this particular CHR is the Solid, which is the top of the range. There's three trim levels to choose from: the Luna Sport, and of course the Sol. So the Sol comes with this very nice key fob, as you can see, with the name engraved on it. And the CHR has completely keyless access. So if I just grab the door handle, the car unlocks. And this car has been finished with the dark brown leather interior with the black quilted fabric inserts, which look really nice. The CHR is a very customizable car, a lot of different colours to choose from. You can even choose if you want to have the roof finished in black. And you've got your 4 one-touch automatic windows, power folding mirrors, and you can see the brown texture. It's actually a very interesting texture that's going along here. You can feel like little cubes in it. It's not just a vinyl wrap like you see in some cars. So the engine start stop button is just located here off to the right. Just apply the clutch. That fires right up. So the CHR is a demo car, and it's got 14,803 kilometers on the clock so far. And the gauges are very nicely designed, very nice blue and red pattern. And also on the steering wheel, you got your main controls for the truck computer, which you can navigate there. And as you can see, it even gives you the speed limit for the road you're on, which is 100 kilometers an hour. Now, obviously, we're not in a road, we're in the car park at the moment, but the main road is located out there, so it's just recognizing that. You also got your cruise control settings there, lane departure, actual cruise control stock itself is located there, and you got your standard radio and Bluetooth controls, as well as this very nice gloss black finish on the steering wheel. Steering wheel itself is a very nice 3-spoke design, leather wrapped with electric steering. Very nice response. And you also got automatic headlights as well as automatic rain sensing windshield wipers in the CHR. And you also got a few more controls down here. This one here, for example, if I press it, it is the automated parallel parking. So there's 2 different modes for that. And you just got a few other features located down there. Actually, just to open the door, the fuel filler cap release is located just there. So the interior is a very interesting and nice place to be. There's a lot of unique design in here. One thing you'll notice is this silver trim here. Now in the hybrid model, this silver trim is actually a very nice bright blue. But as you can see, it blends off and it curves up over the radio and back down. And it's got a very nice big touchscreen as well, very nice blue lighting. Just turn up the volume here. You can use the touchscreen itself, or you can use the controls on the steering wheel. Pretty good sound quality. So we'll just turn it down there to avoid the old copyright problems. So there's no manual buttons for this at all, apart from obviously the ones in the steering wheel. It's all touchscreen, so you got your on and off button just up there, or sorry, on and off sensor. I'm used to saying button when it comes to these screens. You got your volume controls, your different settings. This here, I believe, is your truck computer. And then if I click this, you can go through your music. So you got your radio stations there, you got your manual tuning for the frequencies, settings, and if I click this here, you can step between AM and FM, auxiliary, Bluetooth, and iPod, USB, and I believe these two here, and I don't even know how to pronounce that, those are applications. And this car also has satellite navigation. Very nice display, and there's a couple of different views for it, and you can set your destination. You can also zoom in and out. Just drag this up and down. So it's a very nice display, easy to use. If we go into the settings here, let's see, you can adjust all your general settings: display, audio, connectivity, your maps, your navigation, traffic, Toyota online, and on the last page you got your vehicle settings. So there's a lot to adjust and a lot of customization. But I do like the screen itself. You know, it's quite big, and it sits in the dashboard very nicely, and as I said, you know, it blends in very nicely with the dash with the silver trim. When I first seen photos of this online, I thought it was going to look like the screen that you get in a modern day Mercedes, so it's just kind of planked there on the center console. It doesn't make sense, but this here actually does look nice, and it blends in nicely, and it is a lovely display. And below that, you got your dual zone climate control. Even that has its own unique kind of cool looking displays. Blue LCD lighting, and also your temperature settings here with these buttons, your aircon, and you also have 3-stage heated front seats. Sorry, wrong button. That one there. I just press it a couple of times there to turn them off. And you also got this very nice black gloss finish going across the dashboard, on the door cards, and even down here in the center console. And down here you got a little bit of storage, just a small bit there. And off to the left you got your auxiliary and USB, and you also got a very large cup holder. And this car is a 6-speed manual transmission. If I just engage reverse, the backup camera and guidance lines come on. You also got your electronic parking brake as standard, the auto hold feature along with traction control. You also got a second cup holder here, and the leather armrest is also brown. Quite a deep storage area. You also got a power outlet as well. And even the interior lighting here is its own kind of cool, unique design, as you can see. Looks nice. One other unique feature I noticed in this car earlier, now this is on the driver's side as well, but it's just easier to show you on the passenger side. You got these 4 kind of random diamond engravings in the headliner. I suppose they do look very similar to the pattern on the seats as well. So it's certainly a very interesting and uniquely designed interior. So I think we'll go ahead and check out the back seat area. And the rear door handles are located just up here. Okay, so legroom in the back of the CHR is quite good, plenty of it, and the headroom is quite decent as well. Usually when manufacturers design crossover SUVs that have this sporty kind of coupe type of styling, they do sacrifice room in the back seat, but in the case of the CHR they've managed to pull it off. There's still plenty of space back here. So we'll just get back into the front. And the car just beeps as well if you get out of it with the key on your person. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the key fob in this cup holder for the exterior part of the review. So we'll just fire up the 1.2 turbo petrol engine. We'll power on the headlights, front and rear fog lamps, as well as the hazards. And just put down the automatic driver's side window. So the first thing we should talk about is the overall design of the CHR. It's certainly a very unique looking car. Toyota have certainly went out of their way to make this thing look as crazy and cool looking as possible. It's certainly very distinctive, and it definitely stands out from its rivals. I think the only other crossover SUV on the market at the moment that looks anything as mad as this is probably the Nissan Juke, which personally I really don't like, but I think the CHR looks fantastic. Even the headlights are crazy looking. And you also got your LED running daylights there, as well as this very nice kind of chrome strip. And it just blends off very nicely into the grille. You got front parking sensors, and you also got your front fog lights down there. And if we just come around and check out the side profile, it certainly looks rather magnificent. You can even see the curves there from the headlights, as you can see the curve down and up and into the rear taillights. Really interesting design. And the Sol comes with these 18-inch black machine face alloy wheels with ventilated steel disc brakes in the front with saw discs in the rear. It's also got the independent McPherson strut front suspension, as well as double wishbone rear suspension. Also got your LED indicators on the exterior mirrors, as well as front quarter windows and tinted rear windows. So you can actually choose to have the CHR in 9 different colours, and I believe in 4 of them colours you can choose to have a black roof. And these taillights are actually very similar to the taillights you see on the current Honda Civic hatchback. Very nice curves and design, and you also got these little fins here. I suppose they're there for aerodynamic purposes to help channel the air more smoothly around the car, along with this very uniquely designed rear spoiler. And as you can see, they even put a tiny little lip spoiler. It's very discreet actually, the way it's styled, just sitting on top of the deck. And you also got your reversing camera just located there. So let's go ahead and check out the boot space in this car. It measures in at 370 litres, and it's also got this plastic protection cover down. Very handy to have if you don't want to dirty the carpet. And as you can see, you got a few things in there, and there's still a decent amount of space left over. Now with the rear seats folded down, as you can see, you do get a little bit of a ledge there. But in saying that, you could easily slide some items towards the back seat area, no problem, because the actual seats themselves do go down completely flat. So it's a nice, neat job. You just got a little grab handle here. You also got your rear fog lamp located just down there as well. So as I said, certainly some very unique styling. And if I just actually look here at the side profile, you can see where the arch flares out a little bit, and you can probably see it curves and lines in a bit more detail. I actually like this door handle design. Now I've seen this done in a few different types of cars over the years. Honda Civics, one of the older Seat Leons done that as well, and I'm pretty sure there's a few more besides them. It's very cool, certainly very distinctive, and you can see where the white and black separates here, and then you have this nice chrome trim which just follows down the doors. So we'll just put up the window and turn off the lighting, put the headlights back into automatic mode. And the bonnet release is located just down here below the fuel filter cap release. The engine is a turbocharged 1.2 4-cylinder. It produces 116 horsepower with a top speed of 118 miles per hour. It also puts out 136 foot-pounds of torque, and it's estimated this car can do about 47 miles to the gallon. Okay, so we're just going to take the CHR out the dual carriageway and see what the 1.2 turbo petrol engine can do. So foot down, second gear. That's not so bad, it gets up and goes. Pretty nice response from the petrol engine. It accelerates quite well. I just do it once more. Yeah, now you see foot down in fourth gear, there isn't really a whole pile of pull out of it. But in saying that, you know, it's a decent little engine, certainly ideal maybe for a car like this, because the CHR is a good bit smaller than the Toyota RAV4. It's, as I said, it is a little crossover, but it drives nicely, and there's certainly a decent pull from the engine if you're in the right gear at the right time. So out here on the main road, it's rather quiet actually. There's not too much exterior noise getting in. It feels very nice to drive. These seats are very comfortable and supportive. The leather is nice, and this fabric that you sit in mostly, the leather really is kind of on the parts in front of your legs and around the sides and on the headrest. But at the moment I'm really enjoying the CHR. It feels like a very, very nice, soft, comfy little car to drive. And this 8-inch touchscreen, I actually didn't mention how big it was earlier, is 8 inches in size, and it doesn't actually really get in your way too much. You see, when I originally saw it, I thought, you know, it's sitting up there in the middle of the dashboard, and I thought it might be a bit distracting, it might even obstruct your visibility a tiny bit, but it doesn't get in the way too much at all. It sits there nicely. It's a pretty good size. Personally, I wouldn't want to have it any bigger than 8 inches, or it might get in the way a little bit. But at the moment, the CHR, definitely enjoying the drive in this thing. And I've even looking down here at the gauge here, it recommends when you should shift gears, and it tells me the speed limit on the road, as I was saying earlier. Okay, so we're going to see about this acceleration once more. Again, pulling from second gear. You see, those were pretty hard revs I was giving the car. We'll do it again. Yeah, there's decent pull out of it. Now, realistically, I was actually a bit worried at first when I was reading up on the CHR and I saw that there was going to be a 1.2 turbo in it. I didn't really think the engine would be very suited to a rather sizable car like this. I really thought the 1.2 engine like this would be more suited in a little hatchback like the RS, for example. It's pretty good in the CHR, it's not too bad. You'll probably get decent enough fuel economy out of it. I was actually expecting a diesel because in Ireland crossovers and diesels are very popular. As a matter of fact, most people that buy crossover SUVs in this country usually get diesel engines. So I was a bit surprised when Toyota didn't stick in their 2-litre or even their, I think it's a 1.6 diesel that they're doing as well for the new Avensis. I would have thought for sure they would have put one of their turbo diesel engines in this car anyway. But in saying that, the 1.2 turbo petrol in this isn't too bad. I believe the road tax is about €280. I'll have to double check on that. But at the moment, certainly a very nice car to drive out here in the open roads. And I should actually specify later on, I'm just going to be doing a very brief clip of the hybrid models, so that'll be coming up towards the end of the video. I'll just show you, some of the different changes in terms of styling on the hybrids, and we'll just talk about the engine very briefly and as well, go over the performance figures. So other things about the CHR, well, going back to the design, now usually when manufacturers get an SUV and they decide they want to do bold, interesting styling like this, sometimes they can sacrifice practicality. So if the roof is sloped too low, like in some other SUVs out there, the rear occupants might lose a little bit of legroom and headroom, and even more important than that, sometimes the rear window can be a bit too narrow and you really can't see out of it too well. Now in terms of the CHR, Toyota have managed to make this car look cool and sporty and very interesting. However, it is still very practical. It does have a pretty good sized boot. There's still plenty of room in the back seat, and then most importantly, I can actually see out through that rear window just fine. So far so good. But right now I think we're going to turn into some back roads and we'll see what the ride quality is like out there. Okay, so we're just out here on these back roads, and at the moment we're going over a few little bumpy patches, and I have to say the CHR so far is very good, and the suspension is doing quite a nice job of absorbing the bumps. Seems very comfortable and smooth out here. We're just coming up now to a tight left-hander, so we'll see what it's like and if there's much body roll in it. Not too bad, it feels planted going around these bends. Doesn't seem to wallow around that much like some other SUVs. Sorry about that. But at the moment I actually really like the CHR. So out in the open road I think it's a smooth car to drive, it's quiet and it's comfortable, but out here it absorbs the bumps very well. I just went over a dip there and I didn't feel much vibration coming into the car. And we're just going over a hill here. Very, very nice. And another tight left-hander, and the car gets around it just fine. So there's very little in the way of body roll. Okay, so to summarize the Toyota CHR, it's a car I like very much. Now, when I originally seen photos of it on the internet, I was a bit kind of blown away by the styling. It is a very good looking car. It looks really unique and cool. And inside, you can see the craftsmanship is different in here as well to other Toyotas, with the way the screen's done and the overall design of the dash, and the overall interior really is a lovely place to be. It's very comfortable, excellent all-round visibility. and it's really nice to drive as well. Now, as I was saying, this 1.2 turbo petrol engine is just about good enough for this car, but as I said, I will be cutting over to some footage now of the hybrid, and then we'll end the review. Okay, so this is the hybrid Luna Sport model. It's finished here in metal stream, and it has the optional black roof. And as you can see, like all hybrid Toyotas, the badge itself gets some very nice blue treatment, just to make it stand out a little more from the rest of the Toyota range. You also get a very nice different set of 18-inch alloy wheels compared to what you get on the Sol. And of course you have the hybrid badge on the front wings. And the same at the rear as well. So if we just hop into the interior, you'll see that this particular pattern on the door is blue, and you got this very bright blue plastic strip which goes up around the dash. As you can see, curves up over the 8-inch screen. And also the blue itself looks very nice against the interior blue lighting that's on the screen and the climate controls and up here as well. And also the seats are black and blue. So those really are the main differences. And actually that center armrest is blue as well. It's mostly color and the badges that are different between the hybrid model and the 1.2 turbo petrol. And also it comes with the automatic transmission. So we just power it off and take a look at the engine. The engine is a 1.8 litre petrol coupled with an electric motor. Altogether, it's producing 122 brake horsepower with a top speed of 105 miles per hour. It also produces 105 foot-pounds of torque, and it's estimated this car can do about 72 miles to the gallon. Okay, so overall I really like the CHR. I like the way it looks, I like the way it drives, I love the interior, and it comes with a very good amount of standard equipment. So as usual, I'm going to have all the details regarding Calais Toyota listed below, and all the details regarding the CHR. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.